Becky Gallant says, hello, Brian and Jay. I absolutely love your stories, Brian. Thank you for being such a caring person.
Thank you so much. I love sharing them. I have a lot of stories, obviously. I think that I think that about my life is, it's funny. I used to always say that, I wanted to be that old guy that's like, 75, 80 years old, like for some reason I see myself, this is strange, Jay, you're going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I see myself in a black turtleneck, gray hair. I mean, it's weird, right?
No, I actually see it too.
I literally visualize this. It's still a ponytail because my hairline isn't receding, so I think I'll still be okay. I always say I'll cut my hair off if my hairline ever receded, but it seems like I'm going to have hair. My grandfather did on my mom's side. My uncle did, and all those guys had hair, so I'm assuming I'm going to have hair until. So I see myself this, gray-haired, 80-something-year-old guy in a black turtleneck, maybe a gold ring. I don't know.
Yes, please have the gold ring.
Something like that,
on the pinky.
And I want to have all these rich stories, like, oh my God, you've lived such like.
And you know what? Even though you don't drink, you get like a little glass of whiskey and sit at the bar so people come up to you, right?
It's got to be a round ball of ice.
Round ball of ice, square glass, round ball of ice. High end whiskey.
Yeah, high end whiskey.
Never drink it.
Doesn't have. You can take a sip every 20 minutes.
You just get a plastic ball so it never melts instead of an ice ball.
And actually iced tea. It looks like whiskey.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so I'm good. I'm good. So I've always wanted to be that guy. And listen, at 51, I'm working my way pretty close.
If we get you a black turtleneck and a gold chain,
I'm almost there now.
Gold ring.
I'm almost there now.
Woo!
But I've had a pretty crazy life. I really have experienced things that most people couldn't even imagine, and I'm so blessed to have had the experiences. And I really do believe that the future is going to be even more wild in a lot of different ways because I'm more mature now. I don't make the same decisions I make when you're younger. And I think that I'll be more focused on what I want to achieve and how I want to achieve it. And so I want to be that interesting guy that has stories, but I have lots and lots and lots of stories to tell now. But I want lots more to tell in the future as well.
Taylor says, hi from Maine. I keep forgetting to message Jay about being your tour guide when you come to visit, but I will after the podcast for sure. Holding you to it, Taylor.
Please do. Because I'm telling you what, as long as the world is heading in the right direction, this summer I will be in Maine, 100% this summer. We'll just go and hopefully we can make some stories out of it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think there's some collections along the way that we can hit
we can always hit like Nerd, and we can hit other guys.
Hopefully, if the world's opened up, then we could go even through Canada and then come back through the U.S. or something. Could be cool.
Yeah, and then we could hit like Billy, and we can hit Marcus Jane, and we can hit a couple other collections, JPs, whatever the case is down in. So lots of potential travel, but yeah, we got to start at Maine because we got to start that 50-state. Trip
dig,
again.
baby. We're trying to get them.
Yeah, we're going to get me and Jay. I want Jay and I to do Alaska
as our last state.
Both of us as our last state.
It'd be so adorable, dude. We got to get like T-shirts or something.
Yeah,
maybe.
We made it.
The great 50th trip or something, dude.
Yeah, and so
message me.
Yeah, do it.
Berm donor Pythons says female Burmese in huge ovulation and looks very uncomfortable. Love this, by the way. Yeah. WWBBD. What would Brian Barczyk do?
Oh, my gosh.
Put a mail in or give her a day or two?
She's ovulating. She's done. She's done. There's nothing that be done. You don't have to ever do anything again. Wait for eggs.
Yeah.
And a Burmese ovulation is like nothing you'll ever see.
I mean, they have up to 100 eggs.
But
that's crazy.
it literally looks like. I mean, I it's funny. I hadn't really even thought about Burmese ovulations until you just made that comment. Man, I missed that, man. I am not kidding you. You know how when Ivy eats a giant meal?
Yeah. That's how it looks?
Twice the size.
No way.
Twice.
No
way. It looks like they ate a goat.
Like a frozen goat that's like standing up, dude.
I mean, it is unbelievable.
Wow.
For about 12 to 15 hours, you think that animal is going to explode. But once you have an ovulation, a sperm can't get to those eggs. They're completely done.
They're not in the right place.
Typically a male doesn't want, they calcify. That's what the ovulation is a calcification of the eggs. So now sperm can no longer get to the fertilization.
Nothing can, yeah.
It's completely done. So if you've got an ovulation, shelf it, put your male aside, and you've got 50 days or so till you're going to get a giant clutch of eggs. So congratulations.
Dude, that's crazy. I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Mike, the jeweler guy in the building.
What's up, Mike?
He says, "Hey guys, hope everyone's having a great day."
I hope you are too, brother. I really do, man. I can't wait to hang out, man.
Brandy came back and said, "Can someone contact me about ones that are similar to the Decay's brown snake? I have many. This says I have saved many people from trying to kill them."
Yeah, I mean, that's great, you know, and they're really beautiful snakes. There's no doubt about it. I would suggest getting a garter snake, you know, getting, particularly if you can get a checker garter snake, that might be the best way to go. Easterns can be okay too. And you know, but you're going to do way better with garter snakes, anything in the Thamnophis genus, compared to Decays. So, and they look very similar. You know, they're very similar animals. You can, and again, the checkers are going to look a little different than Decays, but you can get in like the butler eye, you know, Thamnophis sertalis butler eye, that look almost, they're just more green instead of brown, but they look very similar. They just get a little bit bigger, a lot easier to take care of. Babies do really well and so on like that. So I would say look into that.
Garter snakes is one of my favorites, so it's a good choice.
They're amazing, yeah.
George says for the waffle fund, so one waffle, because it's $13 Canadian, so only one waffle. For you.
One waffle. Yeah. Actually, Lori, I think she loaded up on waffles a couple nights ago.
Oh, she stacked.
She came home and she had like 6 boxes of waffles and yeah. So I think I've only had one waffle in ever. From these, they're protein waffles. So I think I tried them like 6 months ago, and it was like, it's kind of dry, and not really.
It's not even that good.
Not that good, But these guys are munching them down like they're freaking crack.
That's crazy. Well, put it to the buy fund if you got it.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm in. It's an otter fund.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Anna Vegas says, "Hey Brian, love the vlog. I've been waiting to catch a live podcast just to ask this question."
Yes.
How is my favorite carpet python loves to nip?
It's funny. I just literally had her out today. Just earlier today, I was down there with the guys that in our tour.
Oh yeah.
Came and yeah, they're doing good. They're doing real good.
Let's see. Next one is Adam's. We'll just go with Adam on that one. What's the best cage for a big anaconda? Ooh.
Oh man, when it comes to giant snakes, retics, Burmese, anacondas, rock pythons, even scrubbies.
Typically got to make it yourself.
I think you have to make it yourself.
I don't think anyone makes anything like that.
There's not. I mean, you can buy some manufactured cages, but I just don't think they're big enough. I don't think a 6x3 by 18-inch cage is big enough for a giant snake. And I know that may sound hypocritical because I had kept them in 8 foot by 4 foot cages that were 16 inches tall. So I'm not trying to sound hypocritical. I'm saying I just don't really think it's a good idea. And after seeing the way that they react, I mean, even seeing Ivy go from a very small cage. She was in, when we picked her up, she was in a 4 foot by 2 foot cage.
Yeah.
And then we put her in an 8 foot by 6 foot cage, but was only like 2 foot tall with very little water. And then seeing her go into this new environment with water and lots of depth and stuff, she was a completely different snake. I mean, like literally, like when you pulled her out before, it was scary almost, like she was going to bite you. She was real tense. Now she's like, you guys see her. As a matter of fact, Jay, you didn't see. We opened up at 4 today at the Reptarium, and sure enough, Ivy pooped.
No way.
Like literally,
a bad one?
15 minutes. It was and it was funny because remember earlier today I said, look how beautiful the water looks.
Yeah,
it was crystal clear,
like so pretty,
pretty. And like 15 minutes in, Laura gets me and says, "Oh, you gotta get poop out." And so there's just a bunch of poop in there, and I was able to scoop it out. I'm sure it doesn't look perfect, but I scooped the big poop out. But literally, I climb in there and frickin' legitimately. Freaking Aries is over my shoulder.
It's crazy.
Like literally climbing on my shoulder. People are standing around like looking. Ivy is climbing right up to me as I'm scooping stuff out, getting in my way. It's almost like annoying. Like, can you guys give me
a space in here, dude? And it's never like mal. Like it's never. There's no malintent at all.
No.
Like
they're just curious. They just want to hang out.
So that's the vlog that I was editing today. Was the one where we were interacting with Ivy and stuff. And like honestly, it's crazy. It's wild.
It's wild. It's nothing like I've ever seen before. So my point is that I think you're going to have to make a cage.
Awesome. I also forgot to give you George's actual super chat because we got on the waffle thing. So he said, you talk a lot about candling eggs. When they roll around, talking about candling eggs when they roll around.
Yep.
I haven't found a video where you show that. Is that something you can show us in the future? We've definitely showed it.
Oh, we've showed a ton. We've showed a lot.
It's just not like a title of a vlog. You'd have to like
yeah, gosh,
dig.
I'm so sorry. I wish, we have so many vlogs. It's so hard for us to like, go to this vlog. But we definitely have done this multiple. I mean, probably, I bet you 20 times this last year.
Oh, at least. I mean, literally.
Yeah, we did. We showed the candling. So I know you have to dive deep, but
But go through the breeding season. What's the good breeding season dates?
Yeah, so from May through say July, guarantee you in one of those.
And the
videos,
earlier, the better. So like so closer to May, there's more likelihood that we showed.
Yeah,
the candling. Once it gets later on, we probably showed it enough.
Yeah, because I think in the beginning we probably every fourth or fifth day shot a candling video.
Exactly.
Because when they did roll, we always candle, and we figured, let's just shoot it.
And not all the time did we speak. Like we didn't say like, oh look, we're candling. Sometimes it was just B-roll of us candling and stuff too.
But we did do some speaking
ones.
So yeah, you'll find it if you look hard enough.
Sherry Lynn says Irwin's kids folled his steps, and now Bindi is a mom.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
So crazy.
I mean, it's a beautiful family, and I wish them all the luck. I mean, I think they seem to have turned out very well considering how difficult things were for them. You can only imagine. When you lose a parent and a spouse, it's got to be difficult. But when you lose a parent and a spouse that is one of the most recognizable people on the planet, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're losing everything. Not to mention the financial loss, of like this guy was going to make millions and millions and millions of dollars for the rest of his life. And all of a sudden now you've got a zoo and that's it. And then people don't know this, but after Steve died, they laid off like 40% of the people because they were in financial trouble, because Steve had just put millions of dollars into a rehab hospital for koalas and kangaroos and wombats that were being hit by cars or in fires and so like that. So he was already like financially stretched with the zoo, and then now this new rehab facility. Now all of a sudden now his income's gone. There's no more TV show. There's no more endorsements. There's no more commercials. There's no more any of this. And so you got to give the family a tremendous, and in particular Terry, a tremendous amount of credit for pulling it together and keeping it together and ultimately thriving again. So, big kudos to them.
Damn, son.
Can we rail this in?